today for Pikes Peak Prep, we're going to be swapping out the differential. We're going to switch the gearing from the Coda gearing with a 3.6 final drive to essentially a 4.4. Coda being a really long track, long back straights, long front straights, we noticed that we were lacking top speed last year. And with that, what we had to do last year was we had to raise the RPM limit to above 9,500 RPMs to achieve the lap times that we got last year. This year, we came back with a 3.6 final drive, and we were able to go faster with just a change in gearing, and we were able to go a couple seconds faster than last year. So this modification is not only beneficial in regards to being able to change out gears on the fly, but it's also beneficial because these R200 Nissan differentials are actually pretty strong. A lot of the drift guys will use them, they kind of beat the heck out of them, and they hold quite a bit of power. Unfortunately, the factory Honda S2000 differentials are fairly weak. Oftentimes you'll see guys have failures on the track due to them, even without a major horsepower or torque increase. So this mod is provided by and made capable by Inline Pro. We've had this kit for over 15 years on the car. This kit allows you to put a R200 Z32 differential into the car. The kit isn't expensive. If you look at what you get the mounts, you get the axles, you get the hubs, and then you get the drive shaft. So if you look at it in total as a package, you get a fair amount of parts for the price. And but the only thing you'd have to source is a Z32 differential out of an NA Z32. And then from there, you get the opportunity of changing out different pinion gears and changing the final drive in it to suit whatever track you want to be fast at, right? So I think that even with a naturally aspirated S2000, these diffs are beneficial because let's just say if you're racing at Laguna Seca one weekend, you might want a little bit taller gear, and then the next weekend you're racing at Buttonwillow, you might want a shorter gear. So being able to get the gear options from the R200 differentials, you could literally go from like a 3.4, 3.5 all the way to a 5.1 final drive, and achieving lap times through gearing with less horsepower is probably the easiest way to gain time and speed on a track. So if I were to recommend a mod, this would be it. It'd be the differential first before horsepower. That way you could play with gearing to go faster. With these differentials, what we're using inside of them is a Tomei LSD. Our partners at Tomei has provided us with 1.5-way clutch type limited slip differentials. We use several different carriers so that we don't have to tear the differential box down and swap pinion gears and stuff out. So we have 3 or 4 of these on the shelf with different pinion gears in them. So that way, when we want to change gearing, all we have to do is bolt the entire diff and then bolt the another diff back into the car. So makes it easy. It takes me about half an hour to do it on the floor at the track. So it's fairly easy, and I reckon anyone can do it. So if you're an S2000 guy and you're looking for lap times, I really consider this a huge gain for the price that you pay. So Inline Pro and R200 diff and Tomei LSD.
Here's the Inline Pro kit installed on the car. We got the 4.4 final drive on. We got nice solid J's Racing diff mounts, you can see, and the Inline Pro kit. Yeah, this should be pretty good with the Tomei diff and 4.4 nitrous, all the little things that we've added for this year's Pikes Peak. I think is going to really complement the setup. So hopefully we could break into the 9s, but obviously I have a high goal of mid 9s. So let's see if we can get up into the top 10s, if not the top 5s.